Good morning, guys. This is Food by Faith Garden to Table, and welcome to my backyard. So, if you are new here, my name is Shaka Faith Thompson. I am a Zone 8A Georgia gardener, and I love to show you how to go from garden to table with all of your different garden items. So, we got cut off yesterday when we were doing our garden tour, as well as we were doing a harvest. So you saw those carrots earlier. Those were some carrots that we harvested, as well as we harvested onions, and I'll put a picture of those onions in this video as well. Right now, this is my green stalk. We have some nasturtiums that I grew from seed up top, some marigolds. We have some zinnias, and then all throughout the green stalk, you'll see peppers, basil, tomatoes. Down here, we have Jack Be Little pumpkins. Down at the bottom, we have beans. We have herbs like your dills, different little flowers, but the green stalk tower is doing very, very well. That was a great purchase, and I'm glad I did that this year. It's a great addition to our garden. Here I have my mint bed. And if you guys can remember, this mint came out of my arrow garden. I put it out here and it is booming. I had some volunteer cucumbers in here this year, so I don't really know what kind they are. All I know is that they taste really good. I ended up having about 6 of them in here. I took 4 of them out and I left 2 in, and they're actually doing very well in that area. Here I am starting some little seed starting mix because, as we talked about yesterday, I'm going to be starting some flowers from seed. And guys, if you remember the other day, our kitchen garden. So our kitchen garden is doing very well. There we have some hostas that I actually purchased off Etsy. They were bare root, and look how well they are doing, and it's only been about 4 days. We have our purple basil. There is some mullein, more hostas. We have banana mint, lots of lemon thyme. We have chocolate mint. There is another hosta, more lemon thyme, hostas, mullein, and then more purple basil. Over here, you see we have our flower beds going and growing. We have our voodoo lily back there that is popping up. We have been getting a lot of rain, so you can see how over here we kind of have standing water. So I've been putting wood chips here. I'm going to add more later. In this bed, this is another flower bed, but I actually put some tomatillos over here. I have lamb's ear. I have strawberry mint. And then those are my melons that I am using in Watermelon Wars. I'm coming for you, cousin bro. I'm coming for you. But the melons are doing really good. They are starting to flower, which makes me happy. And that tells me that the plants are happy. Here we have our Jamaican sorrel. This one I grew from seed that I put in, seed that my own seeds. I put in also a seed from the New Orleans Gardener, and then I put in a seed from Team Benson. So there are actually 3 plants growing in my orange, near my orange tree, and then this one I actually purchased this one from someone. And then here we have our butterfly pea that is starting to climb the trellis. I sowed 3 different kinds. They came out with some white ones this year, as well as it was a lavender one. We have the blue one, and then I believe it was a white one. So we'll wait and see which ones actually those are. I planted all of them, but we all know that Butterfly pea has a very hard germination rate, so we'll see which ones actually came up. Here's another one of those cucumbers that I pulled out of the mint bed, and it actually is doing very well in this hanging basket. And hands in the dirt, check out my North Georgia candy roaster. So you guys remember when I reinforced my fence, and look at all of the fruit I have growing on. The vines are out of control, but I just let them go. Look at this one down here. Look at how big it has gotten. And then there's one actually in the bed. I think it's one or two inside the bed. There's one on the back portion of the fence. Look at that beautiful hibiscus flower. I don't know if you guys can see it, but check it out. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's my sweet potato bed. It is doing very well. I have calendula in there. Over there we have the zucchini rampicante, and it is doing very, very well. And here, guys, we have my Three Sisters garden bed. And most of you I know have heard of the Three Sisters gardening method, and it is a very old gardening method. And what you do is you plant pumpkin or squash, you plant corn, and then you plant beans. Well, my corn, if you can see, I only had one that germinated, so I had to come back out and plant some more. But my beans have already germinated, as well as my pumpkin, and they are great companion plants. In this bed, we have our turmeric and our ginger. I put more sweet potatoes in this bed right here. And then over here, guys, very exciting, very exciting. I'm redoing this bed, but this is one of the areas where I harvested the onions out of yesterday. And then over there in the pepper bed is where I harvested the onions as well as the carrots to make more space for some peppers that I'm going to put down in there. We have strawberries growing here. I used to have a really big strawberry bed, but I needed that space for something else. So I condensed it down to these pots. And I'm actually going to get a green stalk, a new green stalk, and it's going to be strictly for strawberries. And there is Thelma and Louise. They're eating their breakfast. Stop making a noise. They're eating their breakfast this morning. And then Lorraine, she's pecking around. I threw some stuff in there for them to peck around in. Here I have some cucumbers growing just on the side, kind of utilizing all of my space. And guys, this is my shade cloth. It looks kind of tacky on here. Eventually I'm gonna actually get the tarp that goes on here, but it was raining and I did not want the chicks and the chicken to get wet, so I threw that shade cloth over there. And it's a temporary fix, but it's working very well, so it's gonna stay until I get the actual one that's supposed to go there. Guys, you see over here I have African marigolds in the garden beds. So pests do not like African marigolds. They don't like the scent. They don't like the scent of the African marigolds. So it is a great companion plant. Zinnias is a great companion plant. You see my chocolate sunflower is starting to droop. So I am actually going to probably cut all the heads off of there. because all of them are drooping. So I think it is spent. I have another sunflower popping up here, and I know I have another one that I planted somewhere else. So we will be able to have sunflowers all spring, all summer. Here's another cucumber, the jade cucumber that I planted here, and I actually planted some amaranth with it because, again, amaranth is a good companion plant for cucumbers. So what will happen is the bugs that love the cucumbers will attack the amaranth before they attack the cucumbers. Here is a sun gold cherry tomato. It's doing pretty good. And guys, look at all these ground cherries. Yeah, I ain't planting no ground cherries, but they self-seeded themselves, and that's fine by me because they are an amazing garden snack. So here, guys, I planted another tomato. It is slow to germinate, but I'm gonna leave it be. All that noise. Stop making all that noise. Here we have some peppers. Y'all, there was a label in here at some point. Oh, it still is. Here it is. So these are Cubanelle, because we know that until the peppers start to produce, one looks like another, that looks like another. And we have banana peppers here. Y'all, these fig trees are booming. I actually purchased these fig trees from Baker Creek, and they are doing absolutely amazing. They came to me about this size right here, the size of this loofah, and now look at them. They are absolutely amazing. The peppers over here are doing well, so everything is working pretty good. I have to keep these strawberries covered up because the birds think that these are for them and not for me. But all throughout, you'll see that there are berries all in here. I love to leave these, and when my nieces and nephews come over, it gives them something to pick. So they have fun doing that. I really needed to get those carrots out of the bed, so that's why I did not wait for them to come through and harvest those. Y'all, the bees want me to get out of their way. Well, guys, that is all for now. We are going to get back to sowing our seeds so that we can do a succession planting in this garden right here. Again, I'm going to come through. I'm going to take the onions from the back, take the rest of these carrots, and that way I have this whole side of the bed right here available to be able to plant in. So as always, guys, remember to get up, get out, and grow something and have faith in our food. We'll see you the next time. Thank you.